What's up, everybody? It's Trucker Trey here, bringing you guys another video. Today, what I'm pretty much gonna go over with is what it's like to go through orientation with Prime Inc. I've had friends that asked me, and I gave them a rundown. But I figured there's somebody out there who's not, obviously I don't know personally, and could use this information. So I decided to make a little video about what it's like going through Prime Inc. as PSD and TNT phase. PSD is for people who don't have their CDLs, and TNT is for after you get your CDLs and you start driving for Prime. So orientation, to start off, you got to call your recruiter number. I'll drop a link down to the orientation website so you guys have all the information possible. But you go on Prime Inc.'s website, call a recruiter up, fill out the information, application, whatever, and they're going to give you a good rundown too, but this is just something to expect before you even have to sit and talk to a recruiter the whole time. If you guys do have any questions, you can leave a comment down below and I'll answer as many of them as I can. I do drive a lot, so most of the time when I do answer comments, it's when I stop driving, which is about 2 to 3 o'clock Eastern Central Time, somewhere around there, depending on where I'm at. But, so after you call your recruiter and they're going to schedule you up for a drug test. And it's a urine drug test, so you go ahead and take that, you pass. You pay actually $100 and you provide your own transportation. It might have changed up a little bit, but I'm not sure. But all that's reimbursed, the gas, the transportation, whatever means you take, the $100, you get all that back after complete orientation. So what orientation really entitles is a class that's about 3 days long or something like that, just enough time for you to pass your background check and everything, make sure you get cleared to work for Prime. And with the classes, it's really just like videos that you take, like orientation stuff that you do for pretty much every other job. But this one, it goes over like spotted flies, hazmat, securing loads, checking in, stuff like that. So just basic information that'd be good to know anyways. But if you have your CDLs already with experience, after you complete and get cleared through orientation, you can just jump straight into your own truck at that point. But if you don't have experience, this is where the PSD and TNT stuff comes from. So after you clear your orientation, if you don't have your license, you go into PSD, which PSD, you don't actually, and also while you're in orientation, you don't actually get paid. You get I think $100 or $200 a week advance, and your breakfast, lunch, and dinner and hotel rooms are paid for. I just thought I'd throw that out there in case somebody was wondering about that. But well, once you complete orientation, you go to PSD, and PSD is pretty much you learning your pre-trip, everything you need to know to actually get your CDLs. And you're not hired until you have your CDL, so they'll teach you your pre-trip, your back-end, on the road test, parallel, everything. So after you get your CDLs, you move on to TNT. Now, if you do get your CDLs through Prime, unless you're a military person, you have to stay for a year. But if you're military or veteran status, you can stay just for 9 months. Now, also, if you are in the military, and I don't know what every MOS is, but let's say if you're at 88 Mike for Army, because I was in the Army. If you're at 88 Mike, you can, or just any really MOS that you drive a lot, you can have your commander sign off on a form and take it up to your local DMV. Make sure it's the right form from the DMV. Have your commander sign off on it, and you can actually skip the on-road test where you only have to take the written test. That's a little benefit about being, and every state is different for the law. Sometimes you might not have you might need to have 0 violations on your record for the past 3 years or something like that. You know what I mean? So just check in with your local laws. But it is a waiver that you can get. That way you don't even have to take your CDL test, which you should probably still learn, because more than likely it's a little different than the HET, which is the closest thing to a tractor trailer. But anyways, once you pass your PSD phase, you move on to TNT. Now TNT is when you actually start getting on the road, and this is for people who just got their CDLs or with little experience. And so what it starts off with, every level is different depending on your level of experience. The miles that you got to complete are different, and that's all going to be on that link that I dropped down below. But we're going to keep on with the people who don't have their CDLs. So you have to complete, I believe it's changed up a little bit, but I think it's 40,000. And like I said, everything's gonna be correct down below. But I think it's 40,000 miles or 30,000 miles. But for the first 30 days, you get paid $800, and then after the 30 days, you get paid $900. $900 after 30 days, up until you complete your TNT phase. And then once you complete that, you know, you either go lease purchase to buy your own truck, or you go company and ride with, you know, get your own truck, but you know, you just stay company wise, you know, at a contractor or lease. Some things to keep in mind when you do go to orientation: you will be up there for about 2 weeks, so make sure you bring enough stuff. I actually thought the orientation was like a day or two when I first went up there, and I had to go shopping. So make sure you bring enough stuff to last you, you know, 2 weeks. So instead of like 2 to 3 days, which I thought it was. But let me know if you guys do have any questions. Like I said, just drop them down in the comment below, and I'll try to answer as many of them as possible. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.